The Leica Q3 basically the same camera as the Leica Q3, same 60 megapixel sensor, same processor, and basically the same dimensions. The only difference is the 43mm Apple Summicron lens. Summer 2023, I wasn't able to get my hands on the Fuji X100 5. I really wanted something like it. I wasn't ready for an actual rangefinder yet, so I went to stop by the Leica store in Singapore and ended up picking up the Deluxe 7, a micro four thirds camera with 17 megapixel sensor, and I got it in silver and black. This is what the sales rep told me.
After you try, then maybe you go to US, you get another one, especially on our M system, M11. You really would edit them.
I didn't want to believe him. On the morning of the release of the Q3 I got an email from Leica and Adorama announcing the Q3. I headed over to YouTube and I saw videos from Bobby Tonelli, Kajan Balan, and Phil, the introvert amateur. Phil's use cases on cameras are pretty much similar to mine. I tend to gravitate to his videos because of the similar use case. After watching the video, I checked out the Leica website. It was in stock. I had it in cart for a couple hours, and when I was going to pull the trigger, it was out of stock. The following day, I went back on the Leica website out of curiosity, and it was in stock. And gas got the best of me. So earlier this year, I really wanted the M system experience, but I was still afraid of the rangefinder. I went ahead and picked up a Leica SL2 in silver and black, and I used it with the Lumix 50mm f1.8. I loved the image that it was producing, especially in black and white. And that's when I tried out this lens, the Voigtlander Nocton Classic 40mm f1.4. I went ahead and used it with the M to L adapter. Basically kind of fell in love with the experience of the manual focus. After unboxing the Q3, buyer's remorse started to creep in. Did I really need this camera? I had already tried the Q3 months ago, and the 28mm didn't suit me. I was just cropping a lot of my pictures, and I just found out it wasn't for me. This past family trip to Singapore, I went ahead and took the Leica M10R with me. I paired it with the Summilux 50mm f1.4, trying to capture the moment everywhere I went. And pretty much that was the experience that I was looking for in a camera. Being able to slow down, enjoy the moment. Shortly after we returned from the trip, a family member of mine found out they had brain tumor. Pretty much a lot of weight was put on my shoulders. I was the one who had to take care of him. After surgery, it was numerous therapy sessions, doctor's visits, and trips to the medical center. On an early morning trip to the medical center, that's when I took out the Q3 for its first run and tried to, I guess, shoot the way I would normally shoot, like I was on vacation or anything. A week later, I went to the Flight Museum. I would say that the 28 probably would have been ideal for a situation like this. Not realizing that it was Halloween in the hangar, so it was like neon lights, dim lights. The Q3 did pretty well, but being normally that I shoot in black and white as well, so the neon lights didn't really bother me. Following day, there was a photo walk held by Pexels. I did most of the shooting in black and white. The images that you see on here are straight out of the camera. I did some street photography. I don't normally shoot portrait shots, but this is something for me to try to get out of my comfort zone. These are the settings I like to use when I shoot black and white. At the end, could this replace my M10R? No. There's just something about shooting on an M body Leica that's very therapeutic for me. After owning the Q3 for almost a month, is there buyer's remorse? No. The Q343 fills in the gap in certain areas. You know, the close focusing, I was kind of bummed out to hear that it was close focus at 0.6, but being able to put it into macro mode and get us close to 0.27 helps in a lot of situations, especially in coffee and food shots. Another thing I do like on the Q343 is IP52 weather sealing. I can feel more comfortable taking out in certain weather situations where I wouldn't normally take out my M10R. The video on the Q343, it's enough for short static shots. With the rolling shutter, with its lack of IBIS, and not being able to use external audio at this time, it kind of limits its potential. Even though the camera's not pocketable, it is compact enough for me to fit the M10R and the Q343 in my nomadic sling, as well as my DJI Pocket 3. One thing I really enjoy about the Q343 as well is the manual focus. Offers a familiar experience to the Leica M. The only drawback that I have is forgetting to put it back in autofocus. Now, is this camera worth 6 times the price of the Ricoh GR or 4 times the price of the Fuji X100 Mark VI? No. Does it make my photography better? Absolutely not. But it's an experience that I enjoy and willing to pay for. I mean, I can see this being as part of my kit for years to come. Now, this is Eric. I'm trying to capture the good times to overshadow the dark times. And you're watching Made from Java.